السلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وبعد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses every human being with a very powerful question. And He says, يَا أَيُّهَا الْإِنسَانِ مَا غَرَّكَ بِرَبِّكَ الْكَرِيمِ. O mankind, مَا غَرَّكَ بِرَبِّكَ الْكَرِيمِ. What has distanced you, what has deceived you, what has turned you away from your Rabb? Al-Kareem, the one who is so gracious and so kind. The structure is very powerful because Allah is not only saying, مَا غَرَّكَ بِاللَّهِ. What has turned you away from Allah? Rather, Allah uses the most affectionate terminology. مَا غَرَّكَ بِرَبِّكَ الْكَرِيمِ. O human being, your entire life, Allah who is the Rabb, who takes you from point to point, Allah who is Kareem, who is so gracious to give you your every breath, every morsel, every opportunity, every pleasure and comfort, مَا غَرَّكَ. Why have you chosen to turn away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And that's why remembering the names of Allah is so important, because when we think about Allah as Rabb, when we think of Allah as Kareem, when we think of Allah as just, we begin to appreciate how Allah is always in power and why we are always indebted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because for instance, if I say to you, hypothetically speaking, I go to a child, and I say to this child, why are you not respecting Abdullah? That's one way of saying it, but let's say Abdullah is his father, and Abdullah is the one who took care of him. And I go to that child and I say, why are you not respecting your father who took care of you your entire life? Think about the difference. If I say to him, why are you not respecting Abdullah, who happens to be his father, versus why are you not respecting your father who took care of you your entire life? Allah is using a very similar phrase where He says, مَا غَرَّكَ بِرَبِّكَ الْكَرِيمِ. Your Rabb, from your infancy to the moment you leave this world, who has taken care of you and who has been gracious enough to afford you all of the comforts in this life, مَا غَرَّكَ. Why are you turning away from Allah? So let's remember the names of Allah, and it's high time that we kind of pinch ourselves and we wake up from this dream of why we're so distant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connect our hearts back to Him. May He strengthen our faith, and may we appreciate the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.